What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. I did make a trade on XCN recently. I have bought back in. Was not like a day trade or anything. You know, it could have been a day trade if things happened fast enough, but they didn't. I sold at 1.911 cents, as you guys know, back here on the 10th. I actually sold. It says it's on the 10th on X.com, April 10th. Oh, I know what it is. It's because the 10th for me is actually on the 11th on the charts. That's what it is. So I sold a little bit higher than this here. Of course, the price continued to run, and it wasn't an ideal point to sell, but I was patient. I was waiting, and you can see that we've reaped the rewards of that patience as of now. I was very confident that XCN would drop to lower prices. The reason why is we've seen a miraculous move up, and even with volume, even with purpose, momentum, and all that, nothing moves in a straight line forever. If there was one thing that could, I suppose it's XCN, but at some point it's got to take a break, right? What I'm expecting here is that a lot of people are expecting that it's going to perform the exact same as last time. Oh, we've been consolidating for 6 days. You know what this means? We're about to go on a tear like this, and then it's over. And then it's over. No, I don't think it's going to be like that at all. I think it's going to be, we had a nice pop, a nice initial reaction. It's reminiscent of what we've seen before, but it's really just a breath of fresh air after all of this for months that we had, for a quarter of a year that we had to the downside, that slow bleed. I think that we're going to be methodical on the way up. I really do. We're going to find support at prior areas of resistance at prior areas, or I guess at new areas, prior areas of support maybe, and current fib extensions, stuff like that. I don't think it's going to be a perfect little swivel like this all the way up, but there will be points of resistance and support going on the way up. I don't think that we're just on our way to new relative highs here. I don't think it's just going to be one kind of fell swoop move. I'll take it if it is. I wouldn't be opposed to that at all. And I do assume that this next move up will be, you know, at a decent pace, but I'm not assuming that it's going to be like this, right? Just because we're here at this price now, and we were over here before, and it took us 3 days to go up to about 4.9 cents. I don't think that, you know, in 3 days from now, or even 6 days from now, I don't think that we're going to be up there. Maybe we could. I don't know how fast this thing is going to move up. And just being honest, it's moved up faster than I genuinely anticipated for a while. But the expectation throughout this whole retracement has been that we would see some kind of methodical movements coming up and going down before we actually break out. And when we break out, we'll get a nice probably a nice pump as well whenever we break out above these highs. But I digress. Looking here at about 1.7 cents now from the relative low to the relative high, we pulled back right to the 382. This is why I bought. I woke up this morning, I looked at this, I pulled up the fibs, and I saw that we hit the 382. We went just below it, wicked just below it, and came back up above it. We'll see if at the end of the day we can close above the 382. That's ideal. If we close below it, that's fine. That's not a problem. I'm not going to panic or anything like that. But I would like to see if the next day closes below it too, because if you have one day close below and then the next day closes above, that's actually an ideal setup where you do reverse and you continue to go higher. If not, we'll go all the way back down to the golden ratio, and you know, we can definitely make some plays off of that. But I don't think that we're going to go down to 1.23 cents or 1.124 cents. I don't think we're going down to either of these levels, but we could. It's something to address. Is OnyxCoin broken? Is this a pump and a dump if that happens? No, it's just a higher low. That's all that is, right? It's nothing to be too excited about, too dramatic about, right? It's like whenever we were dumping down here and you came back up all the way back up here, did this mean that we were going to new all-time highs? I'm sure I felt like it at the time, but no, that's not what it meant. It was just a lower high on an inevitable trend to the downside. We're just going to form our higher low. I think it's here. The reason why is it's very common in a strong move, and I feel pretty comfortable saying that this is I mean, let's see, how much did we go here from a low to a high? In less than a week, you did about a 3.6x. I think that's a strong move. Decent volume and everything to back it up. Very common in strong moves. Stick this in your back pocket if you're a fib analyst like me, if you use Fibonacci tool. This is something that I've noticed. This isn't something that I read in a book somewhere. This is something that over my 9 years of doing technical analysis, I picked up on it. So you're not going to find it on Google. Maybe you will. Maybe there's someone else who's found this exact same kind of rule, and they've put it out there for people to learn from. But this is just a little C-Zar secret here. Not really a secret. I don't care. You know, I'll let you guys know. But from a low to a high, there are no secrets here. On a strong move up, you do look to find support at the 382 on strong moves specifically. Now, if it's moving like this and it's just nonstop and it's going up and it's doing something like this, that's nice, right? That's unbeatable. It's pretty damn strong. but it's not the same. Don't anticipate that you'll find support at the 382. This is almost parabolic. Moves like this, long overdrawn moves like this, they oftentimes do pull back a little bit more harsh, but that's not the best example, but I'm just trying to say it's very specific, this rule that I'm giving you, right? From a low to a high, a strong move. You should be able to discern what a strong move is. Those moves, you find support at the 382 most of the time. There are moves that aren't strong, that are weaker, that still find support at their 382s. You know what I mean? It's not just like exclusive to strong moves, but it's very common. I would say like 70% or more of the time in a move like this, if it's the real deal especially, you'll find support at the 382 and continue to build from there. So that's why I bought more. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I did buy more today at these prices, at these exact prices actually. I'm going to scoop. Yep, we scooped up, man. I scooped up a good bit of XCN. I'm back in it. A little bit of a discount, double dipped there. And we went from the overbought zone. As you guys can see, we have cooled off now. We're right at the 60, man. We're right at the 60. If we can stay here, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, go lower. Pump up from here. Close the day green. I don't care, whatever. But if we happen in the next 8 hours and 34 minutes, which I kind of doubt that we stay down at this area for 8 hours and 34 minutes, but if we happen to close around this area, we're going to get a nice bounce signal off the 60 here. Even if we don't, we can bounce a little bit higher. We don't have to be at the 60. What we got overbought. Now we're not, and then we're coming back out into it. That's going to be a very strong setup, you guys. This next move, I think, is going to be rather nice. Let's see. If we're looking at this from a relative high to a relative low here, the 786 to 886. This is how nice it is. Okay, I'm going to delete the other fibs here just so we understand what's going on. It's very common with the golden ratio. Whenever you hit the golden ratio on the first attempt to find resistance there, and we did. Okay, it's not so common to just rip right up to it, but hey, we did it. In strong moves, it's common, and we're in a strong move. 0.5 support, 382 support, somewhere in that area support. That's what's common, and we're doing that now. After this, you almost always go to the 786, 886. I will say the fact that you moved here with some kind of purpose might enable you to move up to your high area. You might even go above 4 cents here. I doubt you get above 5 cents. I don't think that we're going to take out this high on this next run. I am curious to see how we perform. Right now, I'm going to stick with the 786, 886. I'd rather be surprised than be discouraged, right? We really could stop right here at about 3.3 cents, but even that is phenomenal, guys, right? From the current price here, we're talking about in the matter of probably a week or so, if not less time, the way this thing likes to move. Sorry, I'm sorry, Mufasa. I just kicked him in the face. His face was by my foot. I didn't realize. It's a soft face, that's for sure. He's okay though, huh, bud? He's like a little golden marshmallow. Okay, anyway, sorry. Let's talking about my cat. 90% move up from here. That could be what's in store. Oh, hey, we're moving up a little bit. That's nice. Already in the green on that recent buy. That's good. I hope everybody's buying here. If you're following me on x.com at Chris Harris 85, you can keep up. I will tell you guys whenever I make a purchase, whenever I make a sell. This one was 30 minutes ago, right? And I'm making this video now, so no one's even watching. No one's aware of this if you're looking to YouTube for the resource. If you don't like Elon Musk, get over yourself. Follow me on at Chris Harris 85 on x.com. That way you can at least be aware of whenever I'm making purchases and sells. None of it's financial advice, but if you guys want to keep up, you want to follow. Maybe you're waiting to buy and you're waiting until I think it's a good time to buy. And I'm not suggesting that anybody does that strategy, but I'm not dumb. I'm aware that people will copy other people. And if that's how it is for you, maybe you should follow me on x.com, regardless of your political views or stances on whoever it is that owns it. I like Elon Musk, but you don't have to like Elon. If you like me, that's enough. Just follow me at Chris Harris 85. I could be the one person you follow. It's not a big deal. But get on x.com, guys. Seriously, it's a great place for resources for crypto. It really is. You are setting yourself back if you are not on x.com. Genuinely. Discord, Telegram, okay, you can do without those. And those are still nice. You should be in some kind of Discord, some kind of Telegram, maybe not maybe avoid Telegram because they're scams. But there are good Telegrams, there are good Discords out there that provide genuine information and good information and keep you up to times with the latest stuff, right? But x.com is where it's at, man. It really is. But enough of that. The minimum target from here is 90% to the. They should pay me to sponsor. 90% to the upside at the 786, the 886 all the way up here to about 130% growth. I think we will see something like this. The most that I could see would be about 184%. I don't believe that we're going to tear right through to new all-time highs. And I will be making another trade in this area. I'll let you guys know whenever I do that. But I haven't picked out an exact spot yet. I'm not Sometimes with areas like this, I like to layer sells like from the lowest all the way up to the highest, right? Do a small order at the low end, fatter orders as it gets up, and then really drop the hammer down at the high end here. But I'm going to wait. I just want to wait and see how this looks, look at the indicators and stuff like that before I make any preemptive decisions. Normally, my style is to have limit orders waiting, but sometimes, you know, and lately I've just been doing kind of on the fly trades, which is fine. That's what I did today. I didn't have limit orders waiting down here. Though if I did have limit orders waiting down here, we would have killed it. We would have done really well because that 382, guys, is perfect. It's perfect, right? My style, I would have bought just above the 382, so I would have bought basically exactly where I bought anyways. But anyways, getting away from there, RSI on the 4-hour looks killer. Looks killer, guys. Overbought. You're pulling back here, finding support at the 382. Clearly, you're finding support at the 382. Look at what you did. You broke out of this with no volume. If we broke out to the upside with this amount of volume, I'd be scared that we'd be forming a double top and going dramatically lower. But no, we broke down with no volume. The volume's coming in now a little bit, but on the buy side, we got 30 minutes left. Still no volume on the way down at all. We're finding support at a key area, prior areas of resistance back here, relative 382, stuff like that. We're on the way up, guys. We're on the way up. And I do believe that we're going probably like 90% or more to the upside, right? I think it was 3.3 cents or higher is the expectation. Nothing above 4.9 cents, though, is kind of the goal here, or the expectation. I mean, if we go higher than 4.9, I guess that's not a bad thing, so I shouldn't say it's the goal. But anyways, getting caught up in the words. Getting overbought, not getting oversold, you're clearly at your low. It's preemptive to call. This is too early to say. We don't have confirmation yet, but I have a pretty good feeling that this is the low. Lower lows in the RSI here, higher lows in the price here, right? Your last low in the RSI was down here. You've got dramatically higher lows. You've cooled way the hell off in your 4-hour, cooled way the hell off on your daily time frame. You're ready to rip. You're ready to go, right? Let's just see. I mean, if we go back in time, here you got overbought. Then you came out of the overbought zone and you continue to grow. Here you got overbought. You didn't come out of the overbought zone, but you bounced off of it and you continued to grow, right? Here, you didn't come out of the overbought zone, so that's not really a good example. Let's just see. Yeah, right here. Overbought. Cooled off a little bit. Bounced off the 60 area. Continued to rip, right? Then you went down, but I don't expect this exact kind of movement to happen. And to scale, this is actually a larger move than what we saw back here. It's not anything in comparison to this, but I think relative to this move here, it's the relative strength index, right? Just because back here you're overbought, got out of the overbought zone and moved up like this, and we're expecting a similar reaction in the RSI, doesn't mean that you're going to move up tit for tat percentage-wise here. You're going to move up in accordance with the move here. So when you see this move, when you come back out of the band and go into the overbought zone, you're going to see a move that respects or represents what we had here. So I really do believe 3.3 cents, 4.9 cents, somewhere in that area is where we're going to go. You kind of have your own bull flag right here. You got a bull flag within a bull flag, don't you? I mean, you look at the 3-day time frame here. Clear as day, you got a bull flag right there, right? Beautiful, long, but it's a beautiful flag. Flags come in all shapes and sizes, you guys. 4-hour time frame, I think this is very clearly a flag as well. Daily time frame, it looks a little bit more obvious, right? It's a flag there. If this is a bull flag, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, we do have a measure move to go off of. Let's see. From the relative low, I'm not going to take that low as the bull flag. I think I could, but I'm going to take this low. Does it make sense as to why? Right? That was your low overall, but I think that is the base of your flagpole. Does that make sense? I'm okay with being conservative. I don't want to overestimate. I'd rather underestimate and have my expectations exceeded than overestimate. I'd rather underestimate and have my expectations exceeded than overestimate and not have them met. From a low to a high here, if we put that right at the flag, right at the base of the flag here, try to put it a little bit lower. Because again, I want to be conservative. There we go, something like that. That measure move, damn, wow. I don't know, guys. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. That'd be crazy. Curious to see. 5.6 cents, huh? I don't know. Is this a bull flag? Is it going to be respected as such? That's the question, I suppose. It looks like a bull flag. It looks like one. It's bouncing off the 382. It's a good look. I don't know. Maybe we do go up to like 5.6 cents from here. Interesting. That kind of puts a different spin on things throughout this whole video, doesn't it? Well, we've got some targets. We've got some targets at the least. Let's see. High to low. Again, 3.3 cents to 4 cents is what I'm thinking first and foremost. But XCN might have different targets in mind. Maybe we do go up. Maybe, if we're making sense out of this, maybe you do see a bull flag move being hit up here. You pull back. It looks like some kind of double top overall, right? You'd have a top here and a top there. It looked like some kind of double top, pulling back to the golden ratio to find support, pulling back to the 886, 786 area to find support. People are going to be like, oh, it's a double top. We're going down. It'll scare people out in this area here. You buy up, and then we're ready to rip, man. Maybe. And then, hey, I mean, if we're going to work our way up to 20 cents, you know, we consolidate more, and then boom, we move up. We move up to this area. It's June. I don't know. That could make sense from a timing perspective, but who knows if it's going to perform exactly like that. There might be more pivots in between. Curious, very curious. And we are in, you guys, we're in a ripe setup. The reason why I'm spending so much time on this is I'm just like, should I remake this whole video? Because was those first predictions a waste of time? They're not a waste of time. It's stuff to pay attention to for sure. But with getting overbought, bouncing off the 60 and getting back into the overbought zone, with finding support at your 382 from your relative low, right? Your relative low here to your relative high. Finding support at the 382, a very strong, come on now, very strong thing to do. Bouncing off the 60 in itself is a strong thing to do. Getting back into the overbought zone is a strong thing. And then the bull flag too. You might actually see new highs relative to this. I'm curious to see. So that'll be the title of the video. I'm sure a lot of people will be confused at first, but I'm going to say XCN next target is 5.7 cents or something like that. Yeah. Wow, crazy guys. Crazy times. I'm glad I bought back. I won't be I will trade. I won't be so eager to sell in this area, but if I see the right signals, especially on the 4-hour time frames and the 1-hour time frames, I will. I'll play the game. I don't care. And I wouldn't expect that if I sell here and the price pulls back, I don't think that it's going to take this long. I think it'd be a quick adventure. And I really do believe, I mean, this bull flag has me convinced that we could stop here. Now the thing is with bull flags, let's get to this before we end the video. Bull flags are not guarantees. They're ideas. They're just ideas. They're not promises. They're just ideas, right? And this idea tells us that we could stop here, or we could stop a little bit lower, or we could stop a little bit higher. A little bit lower would put us down at about 4 cents. A little bit higher is all the way up at 8.2 cents. I don't really know, man. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, I suppose. But we could stop here, we could stop there, we could stop anywhere in between. We don't have to hit this measure move, but it is there. It's something to be aware of. And if this flag were to keep going down, if we're not at the right area, we go down to this 382, that measure move comes down a little bit. But something to take into consideration. I guess my call right now, we're at 1.71 cents right now. My call would be that by the end of this next move, we're going to be between 3.3 cents, which I doubt that we stop there, and 5.7 cents, which I'm a little bit more considerate of now. Yeah. And then after that, inevitably, guys, we are working our way up to 20 cents, but time will tell. We'll see how it goes. I got nothing else for you. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.